What's up, y'all? So this video is going to be a really quick one, but I just wanted to talk about why I absolutely hate when people have main character syndrome. So let's get into it. So the first one is just the fact that these people always think everything is about them. I just don't get it. People with main character syndrome always think that everything that goes on is some type of response to something that they do or something that they did. They think it's an opportunity for them to put their story in front of everybody else's. It's really weird. The second one is the fact that if you criticize something, they feel like you're attacking them as a person. I can't tell you the amount of times I see it just on social media where, let's say somebody says, you know what, I don't like carrots because carrots are nasty. And then somebody in the comment section will be like, well, I'm allergic to carrots and I wished I had the opportunity to not like carrots. It's really offensive that you put your dislike for carrots above the people who can't actually eat carrots. You know, it's the dumbest thing. And then they'll be like, well, what about vegans? And what about whatever? It's crazy. All the extra nonsense gets added to the conversation when those people, like I said before in the first one, they put themselves and their story ahead of everybody else. The third one is they always go to the extremes whenever you're talking about something in general. Again, you see this one a lot online where I could say something like, man, this TV show really sucks. And then somebody would pop in and be like, wow, so you hate people that watch this TV show? I'm like, no, I just don't like the show. And then, like I said, they'll go into a back and forth where if you actually entertain them, it just becomes a constant illogical argument. The next one I want to talk about is the fact that they believe they're the exception to every single thing, or they know somebody who's the exception. You could be like, oh, well, only 5% of people are millionaires. And then they'll be like, well, I've dated like 6 millionaires, so it can't be that hard to find them. It'll be the weirdest thing. Like, it's like, why do you have to go to such an extreme to try to make a point? The next one I want to talk about is just the fact that a lot of them believe that anything that they do is justified. And it's almost never their fault. It's always somebody else's or some outside force or some outside feeling that made them do what they did. These are the kinds of people who will do something really bad to you. For example, let's say they hit you and then they'll be like, oh my gosh, I don't know what came over me. I must have been feeling sick from something that happened 2 weeks ago. It's like they can't take accountability for what they do. This next one I want to talk about is really common. The people that have a savior complex. I always find it really weird when people feel like they can solve everybody's situation or everybody's issue. You see all the time when dating where somebody who's really successful, they make good money, they have a great network, they're well-spoken, well put together, the whole nine. They're great as an individual, but when it comes to dating, they go and chase after the bottom of the barrel or people who are not at a sustainable level. It's like, why do you think you can solve their situation? Now, of course, it's noble to feel like you can help them, but a lot of people have this thing where they will waste years trying to fix somebody else instead of working on themselves. Because it's not even just the people who are successful who have savior complexes. It's random, average, everyday people who have it too. I'm not going to dive too much into that one just yet, because I want to just move on to the next point, which is they try to use every single moment as a gotcha moment. It's like you'll make a statement and then they'll try to one-up you by saying something else or prove you wrong. This usually consists of them using straw man arguments or debating against things that you never actually said. Few things are more annoying than when you're discussing something with somebody and instead of arguing against the point that you made, they create some random argument for you and then knock it down and act like they actually did something. Straw manning and whataboutisms is usually what people who love these gotcha moments try to use. I always try to ignore them because it's not really worth having a discussion with them. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all. Just a quick little rant. I'm sure there's some things I probably said that didn't make any sense, but it's whatever. If y'all like videos like this, be sure to drop a like below, leave a comment sharing your thoughts, and subscribe for more.